entrepreneurs and visionaries. Welcome to another Monday Night Live training, where your journey to business success accelerates. Join us for insights, strategies, and tools to elevate your business while keeping your budget in mind. It's time to transform your passion into profit. Your host, Corey von Bill Costa, is about to take the stage. Get ready to be inspired and empowered. The future of your business starts now.
All right. Hello. Happy Monday. I'm making sure everybody knows that we are here in the building. Here we go. But how are you guys doing? It's the first week of February. I was talking to someone earlier and I was like, January was a long year. Like bump month. January was a long year. I was so over it. I kid you not. Look, February is on notice because it better get it together. It better shape up or it's gonna have to ship out because we're not gonna have a whole year of this chaos, y'all. We just can't. We cannot have a whole year. I refuse to have a year of chaos. I am very much of the mindset that you create your reality. You're in charge of your reality. And January played in our faces a little bit. I know I won't the only one. January played in our faces. And I'm done. Because I'm like, yeah, no, we're not going to do this for a whole 365. I don't know about you, but I know I'm not about to do this for 365. I'm just saying. But if you're in the building, wherever you're watching from, whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, let me know you're in the building. If you're watching the replay, as always, tell me hello, #replay, because I want to know who's in the building. And a shout out, as always, to our replay squad, because it never fails. Somebody will come up to me in like real life, y'all, and be like, oh my God, I be catching your Monday Night Lives when I be watching the replays. I be like, y'all the real ones. Y'all been real since day one. I appreciate you guys. Let me just make sure LinkedIn has gotten its little notification because social media plays sometimes. And again, we're not going to let it play in our faces. So we going to just do what we need to do to make sure that everybody gets what they need, okay? And everybody's where they need to be. All right, let's see. All right, let me see here. Now, how are you guys doing today? Hopefully well. All right. Let me make sure because LinkedIn plays. I don't know why. Sometimes people can see that we're live and sometimes they can't. It's like, I know we live and you guys know we live, but not everybody knows we're live. All right. Post. All right. So yeah, you can see it, but you can't see that it's live. I'm sorry. When you click on it, it says we live. So yeah, that's all I can do is say, hey, we in here. All right, so that's everybody. I'm going to close this so I can actually see you guys. And sometimes I don't see your comments in real time, guys. Please understand, I'm not trying to ignore you. I do go back and respond afterwards. So apologies. Couple of quick announcements before we get into the meat of things. One, if you didn't know that we do these Monday Night Lives every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where have you been? No, it's okay. Just know that every single Monday we are here doing free trainings for you, small business owners, especially those who are just starting out or just starting to take their business from hobby to very serious. We are here for you guys. Also, shout outs to, I got a couple of client announcements. Let me make sure I know what it's called. Because I want to do a shout out to one of my favorite clients here. Let me just make sure I can shout her out properly here. So shout outs to Cheryl Poe. She just completed a program through the Black Brand, which is actually local to my area, and she completed their, let's see, Oh, I can't see. She completed a 12-week program in their B Force Accelerator. So congratulations, Cheryl. Cheryl also has a series this month. If anybody doesn't know Cheryl, she's been in our community for a long time. She's the founder of Advocating for Kids, which is an advocating service for children and families of folks with special needs. Yes, congratulations, little. He said, congratulations, Cheryl. Yes. But yes, but she has a series this month focused on Black special education students, but actually anybody can benefit from it. But every Wednesday from this Wednesday all the way until March, I think March 12th, she has a special guest coming on, totally free, to talk about things that truly impact the special education realm. And also, y'all, your girl is one of the speakers. You know, I'm going to be talking about homeschooling. If you didn't know, I'm a homeschooling mom. Not new to it, been true to it, been doing it for now, I don't know, going on 7 years. We have a senior that's actually in public school. We have a junior in let me think. We have a senior in public school. She's in a magnet. Just got accepted. Shout out to Denise. She just got accepted to several colleges. Like, I'm going to give myself a little pat on the back for that. We also have a junior, and we also have a freshman. So I've been homeschooling since the youngest was in first grade. So I'll be talking about some homeschooling options. They have a looks like a lawyer that's going to be talking that specializes in special education advocacy. They're having a speech pathologist on. They're having a mental health specialist and a dyslexia specialist. That's just the lineup. I know Cheryl has way more to come this year. She is going to be putting out massive value. So definitely check out Advocating for Kids with Cheryl Post. If you're in the private Facebook group, she's in there. And definitely get that information. If you or someone you know has some special education needs and they need advocacy, or you just need a community, then that's your spot. So shout outs to Cheryl on that. And I'm going to do better this year, guys, by highlighting some of my amazing clients and some of the awesome things they are doing. Also, Maria Davis, I think she's in the private community as well. She just launched her early bird tickets for her fifth annual Autism in Black conference that is going to be hybrid this year. I would tell you, if you or a family member has autism and you are melanated like myself, you want to be in the building. It's going to be in Florida. West Palm Beach, I do believe, that kind of area. In April, every single April, they do this event. Hundreds of Black individuals that have a family member, a loved one, a child, they're caring for someone with autism. It's jam-packed with expert speakers, advocates, family, community. It's amazing. I'm just excited to be a part of it. I'll be going down there with my business hat on, doing some work behind the scenes, but definitely grab the early bird ticket. And also, spaces are limited. I wish there were more spaces, but y'all, when they gone. So definitely check out Autism in Black. You can go to the website, and if you guys are needing more information, just DM me. But yeah, definitely check that out. Like I said, I'm going to do better about announcing what folks got going on as the year progresses. Also, for those of you who've been hanging out with us, it's the beginning of the year. The wins jar is empty. I was like, oh my gosh, I never emptied it from last year. No, these are all the wins from last year. And there were probably more. I wasn't super great at keeping up with them. But we did big things. I say we because you guys are part of this amazing community. I don't do it by myself. I know that if it wasn't for my amazing team, if it wasn't for the amazing people that are just in my sphere, that are other entrepreneurs that feed into me and support me, if it wasn't for my amazing clients, y'all, we wouldn't be here. So these are the wins 2024. Like, I know you can't barely see them, and I already got to start throwing some things in the wins jar. I just didn't get to it. And a special thanks, shout outs. Y'all don't even know, behind the scenes been crazy lately. Shout out to my accountability partners, Tamika and Miss Pat. Yo, they were some prayer warriors for me today. I was like, y'all, I'm tired of being sick. I'm tired. I was like, January kicked my butt, y'all. And they put them prayer robes on, and I was like, okay, all right, let's go. It really jazzed me up. I said, here we go. And guys, you need that. Like, it's not always about hiring somebody or having yes people around you. You need some real ones, some true ones in your circle that understand business, that can support you around business and your personal life, because we're not just business owners. Like, we need people to breathe life into us sometimes. No matter how strong we are, we need those people. So shout out to you guys. All right, but let's get into it. Y'all ain't come for all that, right? Y'all like, what? Girl, get to it. And excuse the coughs. I got my water. There's nothing I can do. We just gonna keep moving on. Right. Oh, thank you. Lakeisha posted the series link for advocating for kids. Look, Lakeisha, if you're on a roll, if you could go ahead and post the Autism and Black, because I know Lakeisha be on point. If you have that, please post it as well. And guys, if you're seeing the stuff, look, if you're an iRock client, y'all know you better throw your links in there. You just better throw your links in. All right. So what are we talking about tonight? Let's talk about it. We are going to be talking about how to create a brand that speaks to your audience, right? It's not just about creating a brand. Anybody can say I got a brand or what have you, but it's about creating a brand that truly, right, speaks to your audience. Not my audience, not the next person's audience, but your audience. Because if you are not doing that, that's probably one of the main reasons why you ain't making no money, right? A lot of times I find business owners focus on everything except the things that lead to the money, and they're wondering why, or they're trying to speak to everybody, and then they're wondering why nobody is listening. We're going to stop that tonight, right? We're going to stop that in 2025. Enough is enough. And we got things to do. But before we dive into the topic, I always do like to make sure I introduce myself, because we always have new people coming in our community. If you don't know me, hello. I am Corey Fonville Foster. I am a speaker, trainer, certified business coach specializing in implementation. If nothing else, I'm going to help you get things done. I'm also the owner. I'm going to start saying founder, y'all. I've been getting trained. The founder of iRock Marketable Business Solutions. We are a small business marketing agency where we have done-for-you services, everything from logos to websites, all the way through social media management. So we are really your one-stop shop and affordable solutions for new and up-and-coming business owners, especially those who are coaches and consultants. All right, cool. We got that out the way. Just want to make sure you know who we are before we dive in too much, okay? All right. Excuse me. That one hurt, y'all. Y'all ain't hurt. All right. So what are we talking about tonight? I always like to start with objectives, because if we don't know where we're going, we're going to have a hard time getting there. All right. Oh, and shout out to Lakeisha. Look, before we get too far, she did put the Autism in Black 5th Annual Autism Black Conference registration link for Maria, Lord, I can't talk today, Maria Davis Pierre. So you can definitely grab that. And I post about them. And guys, again, if you need anything, just DM me. You ain't got to be searching. Just, I got you. All right. So what are we going to talk about? We're going to do 3 things tonight. We're going to talk about understanding the key components to brand messaging, right? We're going to learn how to define your brand's tone, the voice, the mission. All these things are so important to be effective at really touching your ideal client. Right? We know better now, right? We know better that we cannot be out here trying to talk to everyone. It does not work. So we are going to talk about how we can make sure our brand speaks to that one person that we're trying to touch. We're going to identify and align our core values with our audience, right? Like, I get we want to work with everybody, but everybody ain't for us. I had a client once who was a part of the LGBTQIA community, and I was getting questions like, well, should I tell them, should I disclose, should I what have you? And I was like, this is a major part of your brand, right? Not just something private behind closed doors, but this is a major part of your brand. You better put it on Front Street, because you don't want the ink to dry on the contract and the checks to clear, and then find out that y'all are not cut from the same cloth, that they do not mess with you like that. They don't want no parts of you. And now we got a problem. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody trying to be tussling in business. So yes, if it impacts your business in any way, put it out there on Front Street. All right. And then we're going to build a consistent and memorable brand experience for our ideal clients. Woo, my mouth is like, girl, get it together, right? We have to understand how to attract, how to nurture, how to land clients, how to build platforms that really connect with our clients on a consistent basis, right? I think we can do this. I think we can do it. We got like 15 minutes or so. We got this. All right. So as you know, 2025, I'm not going to do all the talking. I got a question for you. What comes to mind when you think about branding? Is it just a logo, right? Because that's, y'all are sick of logos. I'm about to stop offering it because y'all just want these logos so bad. But yeah, it's not just a logo. It's not a catchy slogan. What? And feel free to comment. I don't like talking to myself. I see some of y'all watching, but feel free to comment. But what do you think? Like, what really comes to your mind when somebody says branding, right? Is it a slide deck? Some people, oh my God, some of you love a good slide deck to walk people through, to tell them all about your brand. It's like, y'all see, I got one slide. I was like, if it don't fit on this slide, it can't be, but so important for me. So what is branding to you? That's the first question, because I want to know what's in your mind. And don't feel bad if you're like a logo, a slogan, you know what I mean, colors, fonts. If that's what you feel branding is, then, you know, say it with your chest out. Okay. Sherry said, what should I expect from the company? Right? Okay, I like that one. Look, somebody know a little something. I like it. All right, so let's go into understanding your brand messaging essentials, right? Because I like to start at the beginning. You know, I'm a push at the end. So go to get your pencil and paper ready. But we're gonna start calm. So what is brand messaging? Your brand isn't just what you sell. A lot of you don't like selling because you're constantly feeling like that's all you do. You're like, I feel like I'm just pushing like that used car salesman, like, go ahead and buy this. But if you're doing branding right, especially if you're doing your brand messaging right, it's not just about selling. That's of course a part of it. Of course, the lights got to get, be kept on, things got to run, but that's not what it's all about. It's what people feel when they interact with you and your brand, right? It's what people talk about when you're not in the room. It's what people introduce you as when they see you. I was so excited when I went to Georgia recently, y'all, and I ended up in the elevator with some people who had worked with me, some people who didn't know who I was from a can of paint, and they was like, yeah, you got to get with Corey because she do this, and this, and I was like, they know what I do. I was in the main kind of networking lobby area. So I was like, oh, you got to get with Corey. She be on Monday Night Live. She be talking to people about this. She get your brand straight. I was like, they know what I do, right? And that lets me know as an entrepreneur, right? As somebody who's spending all this time, money, and effort to reach my audience, that the messaging makes sense, that they get it, right? So if you're like, well, I don't know what people say about me, ask some folk. Ask your spouse. What do I do for work? What is my business about? And if they say anything other than what your business really is, you got some work to do. And it's okay. Some of us, I feel like, are afraid to ask, but this is the time to ask now, right? While you are in the grunt work of it all, this is the time to ask so that you can get clear on your brand messaging, so that in the future, when you put in thousands of dollars in ads and all the things are happening, you're not wasting your time being like, why am I not attracting my ideal client? Well, because in the beginning, you didn't get that messaging straight. So spend some time, ask some people, ask around, and say, hey, what you know about me, right? What you know about me? Send an email. You can put out a survey, figure it out. Lakeisha said, how people recognize me. Yes. Lakeisha be playing though. We gonna get her together, y'all, because she be like, I don't know what I do. Lakeisha is a published author. She's an amazing baker, craft person, all kind of stuff, y'all. We gonna get her together. All right. Excuse me. This cough is giving me the business. All right. So we kind of talked about why it matters, but just to kind of sum it up, strong messaging ensures your audience knows who you are and what you stand for and why they should choose you. Okay, that's important. Let me say that again, right? Because that's the piece a lot of people don't understand. Strong messaging ensures your audience knows who you are, what you stand for. Because if you stand for nothing, you'll fall for everything. I'm sorry, y'all. It was just in my brain. And then why they should choose you. And we've talked about positioning and things like that. But we got to be real, y'all. In 2025, there are so many businesses out there that do something similar to you. I'm not saying they do exactly what you do, because nobody is you but you, baby. But they do something similar, right? I'm not the only person in the world who sells logos and websites and landing pages, right? So why should somebody pick me over the next person? And it can't always be that you just the lowest price in town, because we can't make money moves if we always doing that. There got to be a reason, right? It could be integrity. It could be, heck, I ain't even gonna lie. A lot of people will work with me because of the way I look. They're like, I'm black, you black. You a woman, I'm a woman. You thick, I'm thick. You know, I'll take it. But we also have to do that with our messaging to make those connections, because it's not always about physical appearance or just background. It's like, what do you stand for? An example of that is what's going on right now with Target. Target playing in these streets, right? If you don't know, you need to look at somebody's news channel. But Target decided, forget the DEI. They not only decided they weren't going to do their DEI program, that's diversity, equity, and inclusion, y'all, for those who don't know. But they said, we also going to put some of these items on clearance that we ain't even trying to mess with people like that no more. And they thought was that it wasn't going to be a big deal. But people who stood on business was like, we ain't even got to go in Target. We'll go somewhere else, because what we're not about to do is get played with in our face, because our values, right, they don't align, right? Our values don't align. And in 2025, whether you're a big business or small business, people can feel that way. People can feel that way. If I know that you don't mess with my people and mess with the same things I mess with, I ain't got to deal with you. And it ain't nothing against it, because everything ain't that deep like DEI and stuff. But it's like, I don't even like that. I work with some companies, and it feels like, you know, they don't really care about the people. They just out here trying to make a lot of money. And it's like, I don't like that feeling. So I ain't even gonna mess with you like that. I'm not gonna recommend you like that, because I don't like it. Right? If one of my clients, I send them and they have a bad experience with somebody, I don't like that, because our values don't align. I care about customer experience. Right? So that's why it matters. People have choice. People have choice these days. And if you are not showing up as the right choice, they are going to go clean past you, climb over you, walk around you, never see you, and go to the next person. So we got to be very clear, because we don't always have a ton of time to dive in one-on-one with somebody for them to get to know us and to get to know our heart and all that. We have to put that out in our brand messaging and in every aspect of our brand, so that wherever they see us, interact with us and our brand, they have the opportunity to realize, like, you home. This is where you're supposed to be. Okay? So, oh goodness, I cannot breathe, y'all. Whew. All right. So, actually, before we even get into that, I want you guys to start thinking about 3 questions to ask yourself in your brand. Woo, here we go. 3 questions. Who are you? Now, when I say who are you, that's who are you and your brand. Because as a small business owner, they're kind of one and the same. Then I want you to ask yourself, what do you offer? Because that's important too. We do have to sell something, y'all. I had to say it to a client today. We got to sell something. We can't market nothing. All right. So who are you? What do you offer? And why does it matter? Why does it matter? Because if it doesn't matter to me and I'm your audience, then we're wasting time. We're wasting time. So who are you? What do you offer? And why does it matter? Those are the 3 questions I want you to ask yourself. All right. So next, we're going to identify your brand's core values. Because again, you got to stand for something. Every time I think of that, y'all, am I the only person that thinks about Hamilton and Burr? And Hamilton and Burr in the Hamilton play. He's like, you got to stand for something. That's the ADHD brain. It just jumps. But anyway, those of you who with me, y'all understand. Okay, I know I'm not the only person that makes those like wow connections in the middle of a speech. But anyway, we're gonna identify your brand's voice. What are your core values? Core values are gonna be the principles that guide your business decisions and your behaviors. So authenticity, innovation, exclusivity. Somebody go help me. Also, transparency. Y'all know how I feel about that. Transparency, respect, all of those things. So what are your core values that make up your brand? If you don't know what they are, I would tell you to go to get that pencil and paper out and start writing them down. Because they are so important, because they help build trust and they attract clients that align with who you are. Again, we not out here trying to work with just everybody. We not. I know it seems like yay at first. You're like, yay, everybody. But everybody ain't our people. Everybody don't deserve the amazing thing that you have to offer. That's how I want to frame it now. Like, everybody don't get to come over here and enjoy all of this because they don't be acting right. Right. I have a friend who used to tell me, she said, everybody don't deserve nice things. Right. People that be cutting up. And she meant it like people who be playing in your face, doing you wrong. She was like, stop letting them have access to nice things. Everybody don't deserve nice things. And you're a very nice thing. So I want you to make very clear what your core values are. I want you to feel free, and I want to encourage you to share it out with the public so that those who also believe in those core values will be attracted to you. This is how we separate the audience. Right? We want to push some people away because then that makes more room for the people that are really here for us. Think of it almost like a festival, right? Everybody's bunched up everywhere. You play a certain type of music. Everybody don't like that kind of music, and that's okay. But your audience is here, there, and everywhere. You want to start playing a melody, playing some chords where people who don't really like that kind of music can just go about their business, go to see somebody else. But the people who really like your stuff, now they get a front row seat. Now they get VIP. Now they get to come up close and y'all can have an amazing experience, right? Because I think sometimes we think from a place of scarcity, like, oh my God, I need everybody because I need this money and nobody's going to buy from me. No, the right people will buy from you, right? I always say those who are for you are for you. The right people will be there for you, but you have to make it clear who those people are. Who those people are. And the way to do that is by really sharing what your core values are. Okay. Woo, all right, we're making it. Y'all, I'm like, I can breathe. All right. So list 3 values that your audience should feel when they interact with you and your brand. Right? Because you can't say you believe in transparency, but you hide everything and keep everything close to the chest. Like, can't do that. So 3 values that are true to you. Write them down so that you know what they are, because those are the values that are going to be on Front Street for your audience. And they'll be attracting those people, like I said, that are meant for you. Oh, is that resonating with y'all? Because if it is, let me know. Like I said, if you're watching the replay, still feel free, because I'm gonna come back and look. I want to know if this resonating with y'all. So let's get into how we do this. Okay, because I like to give a little bit of education, a little value, and then be like, look, this is how we do it. Because I can't stand coaches that'll be like, yes. You're like, oh, that sounds good. That makes sense. And then they don't tell you how to actually do the thing that they're talking about. So let's talk about it. One way to do this is through consistency. So your brand experience should feel the same whether someone interacts with you online, in person, in email, at the supermarket. It should be the same. People be so shocked when they do calls with me. And they be like, oh my God, you act the same way? Yeah. And then they get coaching calls with me and they're like, oh my God, you the same? Yeah. Like, what you see is what you get. I always tell people, I'm a real person. Like, I just be like this. I had somebody come up to me when I was in Georgia and was like, I F with you because you be the same. Like, you real. Like, I see you online, I see you wherever, and you stay the same. I'm like, because the cool thing is I don't have to pretend, right? Like, I think some people try to put on like a mask or a facade, and then it's hard to keep that up. And you're like, oh crap, what if they see me out here? And it's like, nah, you gonna see me the exact same everywhere because it's my real self. I'm not out here masquerading as anybody else but me. My brand is going to be exactly what it is because it is locked and loaded in its values and our mission and our why and who we want to support and how we want to support them. It's not going to change. So consistency is going to be key. You cannot be, high level, buttoned up over here on Instagram, jet setting, and then be poor on Facebook, and then be doing DIY on Pinterest. Like, who are you? And if I gotta say that, I probably don't trust you. because I don't know who I'm going to get. Right? Now, the most thing that you're going to find that's inconsistent about me is when you see me, my hair going to be different. But that's consistent because you know consistently my hair going to be different. But that's about it. That's the only thing that I be changing up on. Everything else is exactly the same. Exactly the same. And that's what people need to know about you and your brand is that no matter if they see you on Facebook, on Instagram, LinkedIn, maybe because LinkedIn is just overall a little more buttoned up place, but wherever, the grocery store, right, at 7-Eleven pumping gas, that you are who you are, the same everywhere. And it don't mean you gotta be, hey girl, if that ain't your personality. If you are more buttoned up professional type of person, then that's how they gonna catch you. Unless they maybe catch you, at a cocktail hour and you're a little. And the same goes true for your brand, right? When we think about consistency, it goes past just the values. It also goes to the visual identity, right? Not just you and your physical visual identity, but the visual stuff, the things that you usually think about. The logo, yeah, the logo does matter, y'all. It comes back. But yeah, so the logo, your fonts, your colors, consistency in those also aid in the fact that people can catch you, right? People know when they see the girl with the butterflies, I rock. Right? If they see I rock, I got I rock shirts, I rock hat, I rock cups. Like you gonna see, it's like, oh, I rock, I got it. When I talk about I rock, I always be like, I rock, you rock, we all rock. And they're like, oh, I get it. And guess what? That ain't just a slogan. I'm always like, yo, we don't have a competitive atmosphere because I know if I can do it, you can do it, we all can do it. They get that that's a big part of our brand, right? So your slogans, right? How you talk, whether it's verbally, typed communication, what have you, that consistency in your tone, your approach, all of that shines through. We want to be consistent at all levels, on all platforms, every day, all day. And if you cannot say that that is true for you, we do have some work to do. I also want you to think when we're talking about, building, right? Because we're all in this building phase, building a consistent and memorable brand experience. If we're talking about brand, because that's what this month's all about, we want to also talk about finding moments to make memories and important special moments for our clients, right? We're showing up consistently, but we also consistently need to plan to really make it a great experience because you can consistently suck. Let's be clear. You can't consistently suck. I've met some people that every time I see them, I'd be like, Lord have mercy, right? Because they consistently suck. But I know that ain't you, right? That ain't you. So how do we create positive, happy, amazing experiences for our audience? Right? And it don't have to be big. Some people think we gotta like roll out the red carpet. Not at all. Think of some small intentional touches that can leave a lasting impression. Right. I had a client once that was like, they gave me some feedback and was like, hey, I would love when we get on the call that maybe you took some notes or, some personal notes or something from the last one. So you could be like, hey, how was your trip last week? Or, how was this? How was that? She was like, I just want to feel more connected. Like you really care about whatever. And so now a lot of times I do put little notes. And funny enough, and this is why they say don't leave experiences behind. When I was in the medical field, we used to do that for the doctors. People used to always think, oh, the doctors just remember me. They'd be like, oh, yeah. How is, your new grandbaby? They're like, oh, my God, they remember me. And it's like, no, there's a little place in your chart that don't be in your chart, but it's like on your chart where we type in and the doctors can type in little notes that only we and the doctor can see that allow us to aid in those little personal things. Some doctors do remember, but y'all, it'd be a lot of people. And for me, and a lot of y'all, the place we are in business, it'd be a lot of people, but we still want to have those touches. So find creative ways to make memories. It could even be something as simple as shouting out your clients. I did that in the beginning. Personalized notes where you're doing thank yous. I talked about one time I was in a program, my birthday came up. They was like, hey, happy birthday. Pick a birthday gift. Find some simple ways. It doesn't always have to be money. It doesn't always have to be big. It doesn't always have to be hard to do, but find those moments to really connect on a deeper level with your clients to show that you care, because that leaves that lasting impression that makes them want to go and shout to the rooftops about you and your amazing brand that always is consistent, that always is a great experience, right? And then make sure you are engaging with your audience. That's why I tell you for these Monday Night Lives, I hate talking at you. I want to know what you guys are thinking. right? And that's why this year I'm like, I'm gonna ask you questions, because yes, you can totally, because everybody's not out here trying to share, but you can totally think, write it down on your own. But I really do encourage you to share, because I want to know. Like, I'm not actually pretending. I want to know what you're doing. I want to know about your goals. Even if you don't, pay money and work with me, I want to know how things are. Sometimes I tell people, like, we'll chat and I'll be like, yo, tag me when you do that. Like, share it with me. I want to at least, do a like, a thumb up, something. Because that's just genuinely how I feel. So make sure you're finding ways to engage with your audience, whether it is through doing lives or quizzes and polls and whatever, whether you're using like Voxer apps or whatever. Find ways to actually, especially if you can do it in real time, do some true engagement with your audience and connect. Don't just rely on one platform. So don't just say, well, just social media or just email. Find some ways to really connect. And remember, we're doing it consistently. Now, I get that can be kind of overwhelming for some. So just kind of recap, we talked about being consistent visually. Canva's great for that. You can put your brand kit in there, put your fonts, your voice, all that fun stuff. And so when you make things, it all matches, which is great. Consistency showing up. You can use scheduling apps, especially when it comes to social media, or use an emailing platform to make sure you're scheduling out emails. If you do want to track birthdays, when people onboard, you can make sure you track in your CRM their birthdays and make sure it lets you know when somebody's birthday comes up and have something in the plan for that. We don't have to spend all day, every day doing these little things. We just have to set it up so that we can be able to do it consistently. Okay, so that's something to think about. So we're almost done. Look at me, I'm doing good. We almost finished. All right, so I always like to give you guys a challenge. So this week, define your brand's 3 core values, right? That was the first thing. And then write a short mission statement if you don't already have one. If you have one, share it with me, because I want to know. Tag me in your mission statement. Tag me in your goals. If you haven't already sent me a friend request or shared, especially in our private communities on Facebook, share with everybody what you got going on. Like what you're working on, your new mission statement, your core values, what you offer. Like, we want to support you. There's nobody, and there better not be nobody, I will kick them out, that's going to be like, oh, that's stupid. Like, no, we want to uplift one another, and we can't uplift you if you don't tell us about what you got going on. All right. So if you're sitting here like, oh my gosh, I loved everything you said, but I just want some support, I get it. No business owner does this alone. And that's why I'm always going to remind you that I want to work with you. So let's work together to make sure your 2025 is the most successful year yet. Right? If you're struggling with branding, whether it's the visual or the deeper parts, if you're struggling, last month we talked about goal setting, and you're like, I still ain't got my goals together. I need some help. I don't know how to prioritize. I don't know how to time management. I don't know what I should be doing. Let's talk. Book a free, doesn't cost you anything, a free coffee chat. And guys, I wish Pat was up here. And I need to see if she's in the private Facebook group, but I just did a coffee chat with Pat the other day. And she sent me a video call, and I didn't ask her if I can share it, because she was like, oh my God. She was like, I did not realize that on the call we be doing stuff. She said, I thought I was going to make a call and talk about what I wanted to do. I was like, oh no, I like to make sure people leave with something. Like, I get, everybody thinks it's just a sales call, but it's like, no, I want you to come pencil, paper in hand. And shout out to the ed consultants, because y'all be prepared. But yeah, I'm like, oh no, you can do this, this, and this. Here you go. Here's a summary. Here's a link. Like, and she was able to leave our coffee chat with her packages designed. Y'all, like full packages. Now, in all transparency, she already has a business. We were just, finagling, figuring some things out. But we did it on the call. And then we were like, okay, in order to do the rest, this is how we can do it, which is fine. I'm always going to let you know how we can support you. But you're going to leave with something. Okay, so if you're ready to leave with something on one of these calls, instead of wasting your time talking to this person, talking to that person, for them just to be trying to sell at you, that's not my game. If I can support you, I'll let you know how, but it's never a pressure type of situation. I want you to get what you need. So go ahead and book your free coffee chat. There's a limited amount of availability every week for that. Do not wait. Every week, every day, every month, every quarter that you wait to get support is money being left on the table, y'all. Is money being left on the table. And this ain't the time to do that. We don't know what chaos is going to keep brewing in 2025. But if we are making our own money, If we are directing and conducting our own lives, then that's less of an issue, right? We'll be able to be like, all right, we good. Is whatever they do, what they want to do. We good over here. So this is your chance. Book your free coffee chat. Let's work together because we can get this done. All right, guys, that is it for tonight. Hopefully y'all got something out that. Shout outs to everyone, whether you were live or whether you're watching the replay, who are commenting. Like I said, I always go back and look at the comments. If you have a question, feel free to put it in there. I will respond to you. If you DM me, send me a friend request if you DM me, because sometimes I don't see everything. Oh, shout outs to you. Look, Sherry, I don't think I be seeing you in these streets all the time. So welcome to the iRock family. Some people be hiding in the woods. I be trying to memorize people's names and stuff, but shout out to you for being an active participant today. As a matter of fact, Sherry, if you want to go ahead and type your business out, if you want to leave a link, let's do it real quick as I close up, because I would love to spotlight you tonight. But yeah, guys, this is the year. This is the year where we can do some things. I want to work with you. I want to make sure if you don't work with me, that you're working with somebody. All right, like Sherry said, I ain't gonna miss the opportunity. There we go. Sherry, screenshot it. Go ahead and reach out, check her out. Leave her some hearts, some emojis. Follow her on social media. I love it. All right, guys. Well, that is it for tonight. Remember, join us every Monday Night Live, Lordy. Every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for another Monday Night Live. This month, we're really focusing on branding. It's a short month, so you got to get in where you fit in. If you want to watch the replays, join our email list so you always get notified about the replays and reminded about the lives. But you can always watch them on YouTube or typically whatever platform you're watching this one right now. All right, guys, that's it for tonight. You guys have a wonderful rest of your week. Make sure that you are taking charge of it. And I will talk to you guys. We're gonna say I'll talk to you before next Monday. Cool. But if not, I'll see you next Monday. Remember, I rock, you rock, we all rock. Talk to you guys later.
In the journey of entrepreneurship, success is often about having the right guidance and tools at your fingertips. Welcome to iRock Marketable Business Solutions, your compass to business excellence. We understand that as a service-based small business owner, your path to success is unique. That's why iRock offers a wide range of coaching and consulting services tailored to your needs. Imagine gaining the knowledge you need from the comfort of your own home. Explore our quick on-demand webinars, courses, and toolkits designed to accelerate your business growth. But we go beyond that. Join our vibrant community in our group coaching programs, or experience personalized guidance with our one-on-one coaching and consulting services. At iRock, every program comes with incredible bonuses. These bonuses are designed to support you on your journey, helping you bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be. Some of our bonuses include expert speaker sessions, group Q&A calls, guides, checklists, scripts, and more. Ready to supercharge your business journey? Explore our coaching and consulting services. Get the guidance and tools you need to reach your goals. Empower your business with iRock Marketable Business Solutions.